Hi guys, my name's Maria Deane and I'm with you for the next hour or so. So I'll just wait for a few of you to get on. I'll just wait for a few of you to get on. I've lit some candles, got things ready. And see where we go from here. Can't see anybody on just yet. Ah, I see Tanita. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hello, Tanita. Tanita. We'll just wait for a few more to get on. Hello, Kaylee. It's really nice to come and join us. So welcome on this Friday evening. I'm going to be with you for the next hour and we're going to do some readings. Whether that's mediumship or readings, that's really up to spirit. What's most needed. We'll do what's most needed. So I'm going to invite our loved one spirit guides and help us to come in for the highest good of everybody here. But only bonds of love are allowed in here. Only those who've crossed over into the light are allowed in here. Okay. Change the story. I've got the lady of the song, the first card that just dropped while I was shuffling. Change the story. I'm very much for changing the story, most definitely for changing stories. I hope I'm still with you. Seem to be having a little bit of technical problems. Hello, Kayla. Kayla, I think it's Kayla. So while I'm shuffling the cards, changing the story came out. So perhaps that's all about what's going to be today. Tanita. So guys, if you want to read in, ask to have your name put down. Stacey's in the background writing your names down for a reading, and she'll let me know when somebody's ready for a reading. So in the meantime, I'm just shuffling the cards and we'll see what comes up. We've got the Queen of the Day. So changing the story and the Queen of the Day. So by changing the story, you become the queen in your own life. The Paradox. This is such a weird card because it's both ways, look. And it doesn't look like a very pleasant card, but it is. All it means is that there's two sides to something and two opposites. You can have two opposites. There can be two contradictory sides. So the paradox of changing your story and becoming the queen in your own life and changing people around you, waiting for people around you to change, is that you keep juggling too much. But it will bring joy for your future. So, Stacey, have we got anybody asking for a reading just yet? Tanita, hi. Tanita, would you like a reading? Have you asked Stacey for a reading? I'm waiting for Lovely. Thank you, Stacey, for confirming that. So, Tanita, this is for you. Let me get you a spray. And we're working with Lord Melchizedek. So, Tanita, Lord Melchizedek and his High Council, bringing wisdom, enlightenment, and raising divine consciousness. Excuse me, I've got a little tickle in my throat. I just need to have a drink. Okay. So some for you, some for the cards, and some for me. Let's see where we're going with this. Only bonds of love are allowed in here. If you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. If loved ones want to come in and give a message, then that's okay with us. But only bonds of love are allowed in here. Okay. The Speaker of Truth. So we have the Speaker of Truth. Tanita, I don't know if this is you, but have you got a problem with your throat? Have you got a sore throat? Or is there something going on with your voice? Because since I connected with you, that's what I can feel. I can feel it in my throat. Remember I said I've got this tickle in my throat. And I don't feel like it's mine because it didn't come from me. It just came when I connected with you. And then we got the Speaker of Truth. So is there some truth, Tanita, that you need to speak that you're not speaking or not able to speak at the moment? Let's see what else we get. You're absolutely exhausted. So there's been some stuff going on for you and it's left you absolutely exhausted, unable to say what you need to say, and unable to step into your power, really. And this is the Queen of the Golden Bough. The Queen of the Golden Bough is about coming into ascension, coming into the new golden energy that we're heading towards as humanity. And you're not able at this moment to be, you're not able at this moment to be, you don't express yourself. Brilliant. Well, that's not brilliant, but that's what I'm getting. You can't express yourself. It's really difficult for you to express yourself. And the thing is, you have a message and you're very exhausted. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the Speaker of Truth. We've got exhaustion. And then we've got the Queen of the Golden Bough. Now, this is really important, Tanita. This is really important because you have a message to bring to the world. You're part of the group of people who've come here, the humans who've come here to help bring in ascension and to bring in the new golden energy. You're part of that group and you need to be able to share your message to the world. We've got the Smith, which is about training. So don't worry if you feel like you can't express yourself and get that out there, then maybe you need to have a mentor or a little bit of training to help you do that. You've been told you're gifted. Well, that's what they're bringing forward, that you have something to offer. So your higher purpose is about ascension and about moving into ascension. You have some trauma, Tanita. You have some trauma that blocks you from moving forward. And that's why you need some training to help you with some of the past issues that need to be allowed to be brought up and healed so that you can move into your power. You've grown a lot lately. You've had some things that you've gone through, but you've grown. And so Spirit are at a point now with you where they want you to move forward. So it's okay being told you're gifted, but what are you doing with it? What are you doing with your gift? That's what Spirit are doing. They want you to move forward now, to get some help with some of the traumas that you've had, some of the stuff that's blocking you from moving forward. There is hope. You bring hope to the world, and we need you. We've got the autistic card. So I don't know, Tinita, if you're on the autistic spectrum or neurodiverse, as they like to call it nowadays, or somebody around you is. But this is confirmation that that is so. So if you've been thinking, oh, maybe I am, or somebody around you is on the autistic spectrum, this is confirmation that that is so. We've got the Queen of the Night. So you're being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning. And Spirit are trying to get in there so that they're trying to wake you up so that you can wake up and you can do what you've come here to do. So no, not you, not sure of anyone. Okay. Okay. So somebody in your life who has difficulty with expressing their emotions and expressing their feelings. Somebody who sometimes appears that they're not empathic when they are really and truly empathic, but they don't know how to handle the feelings that they've got. Somebody who suffers with depression. So this is the person that Spirit are saying is on the autistic spectrum. And so it needs to be looked into because they need some extra help. There's a quiz that you can do. You can just Google it and you put online, you put autistic spectrum condition, ASC, and it's got little ticks that you do on it. And at the end of it, it will give you some idea whether you should look for a diagnosis or whether you may not be. And it's worth doing. Now, don't do any of the ones that you have to pay for because there's a free one, and do the free one. And that will give you some idea whether you are or not. Lots of us think, you know, that because we have this idea about what autism is, lots of us has this idea of it's just that and that's it, that we don't actually really know what it is till we look into it and we start to identify with somebody else. So for some reason they've brought it up in your reading, Tinita, so it wouldn't be any harm for you or somebody around you to have a look at that and see. Okay, this is the thief that's blocking you from moving forward. That's the thief that's blocking you from moving forward. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for working with me. I'm going to see who's next. Kayla. So Kayla. So thank you, Tinita, for working with me. If Kayla can come and connect with me now. And I hope that throat feels better soon, or you start to express yourself a little bit more. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Hello, Kayla. So for Kayla's highest good, let me find you, Kayla, a spray. Lord Melchizedek again. Yeah, both Lord Melchizedek. Because I got a different bottle, but it's still Lord Melchizedek. So I guess that's who's working with us today. So for Kayla's highest good, if you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. If loved ones want to come in and give a message, then that's okay with us. But only bonds of love are allowed in here. Okay. Let's see where we're going. Oh, we've got the dreaming. So let me just stay with that for a minute, Kayla. Okay. Are your dreams that you're having really vivid dreams and waking you up at night time? Are you having really vivid dreams? There's something on my screen there. There, got rid of it. Looks like I got a dirty face, but it's something on my screen. Kayla, Are you having really vivid dreams or weird dreams which kind of make you feel uncomfortable and you wake up at night time? Making you wake up at night time? And I've got the green man. Is there somebody around you who's not feeling very well? Who's not well at the minute? So Kaylee, I don't know if you got the beginning of it, so I'll start again. So we've got the dream man. And when I tune in with spirit with this, it's not about your dreams for the future. It's about dreams that you're having now. It's really weird dreams that you're having. And we've got the Queen of Owls. And so this is it's keeping you awake. And there's somebody around you who's not well at the minute. So you are a messenger, Kayla. So you have a message to bring to the world. So it's quite similar to the last one. And you'll often find with spirit that they give me a theme when I start working. You're a messenger. You've got a message to bring to the world. And here I am, Tink. This is me, hand on hips, telling you off. I have no idea why I'm going to tell you off, but there is hope for you. You'll be pleased to know. Okay, we've got the autistic spectrum again. Don't remember your dreams. So there's probably subconscious stuff that's happening that you're not aware of. Do you get woke up at night time, Kayla? Yes, son. Okay. Okay. So maybe this is more about your son who's having the dreams and not able to sleep at night time rather than you, because they're on the autistic spectrum. Are you being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning? There's somebody in your life whose words and actions don't match up. Yes, your son. Okay. So words and actions are not matching up. But they have grown a lot. Okay, so your son is on the spectrum. But he's grown a lot. So he's beginning to grow a lot. But there's a shadow of the past coming up for him. Actually, it's not coming up for him, it's coming up for you. So your son is going through some stuff. And what's happening with you is you're tuning into that and it's triggering something in your past for you. It's triggering something that's in your past for you. You may not be aware of it. It may be subconscious. It may be subconscious. You may not be aware of it yet. But there's something in what's happening with him that's triggering you. And what Spirit are saying is that's a shadow of the past that needs looking at and healing so you can move forward. So he's come a long way and he's grown. But now he's at a stage where it's brought stuff up for you to look at so that you can come and you can heal in that area that you need to heal in. We've got the maiden. So back to a time in your life when you felt confident and you felt like you could conquer the world. And then something happened in your life that blocked that. And what Spirit are saying is now you're ready because you've grown a lot. Now you're ready to work through it. You are juggling. You've got so much going on, so many balls up in the air. And what Spirit are saying is that you need to let them drop. You need to leave room in your life for something new to come in. Nothing new can come in while you're juggling them balls. A little time of reflection, a little time of looking at what it is that's blocking you from moving forward. You are the magician. You have everything you need to succeed, absolutely everything you need to succeed. But your self-doubt and the way you feel about yourself sometimes blocks you from moving forward. There's some inner child work for you to do, because some of the confidence or lack of confidence, that's where it comes from. Some of the messages maybe that you were given and you continue to give yourself them. Yeah, so you continue to give yourself them. You have a gift, Kayla. You have a gift. And it's time now for you to work through this shadow stuff, work through your inner child stuff, so that you can bring the message to the world that you've come here to do. Because you're a messenger. Remember earlier we got a messenger. You have a message. And I promise you, your message will be something that maybe you haven't looked at just yet. And that's the self-doubt that's holding you back. And that's where it comes from. So you do your inner child work and you make them connections and you allow that subconscious to come up. And then you have your messages that you have to bring to the world. And it's only your message and your gift. I'm going to leave that with you, Kayla. Thank you for working with me. Who've we got next? Eliza. Thank you, Kayla. So we have Eliza next. It is awful, isn't it? That self-doubt. And do you know what I believe? That the most precious relationship that any of us will ever have is with our inner child. We do the work with our inner child because that affects every single relationship that we have. Eliza, you would love a reading. Okay. So this one's for you, Eliza. Let's choose a spray for you. Let's see what we've got. Ascended Master Lord Maitreya. So we've got a different one now, but still a very high overseer of the earth and the cosmic planes. I shine my light to raise humanity. That's what we've got for you. Eliza, I see you. I do see you. And this one's for Eliza's highest good. If you give her something to look at, please give her the solution. If loved ones want to come in and give a message, then that's okay. Joy for your future, Eliza. So you have joy for your future. Okay. You haven't been well, or somebody around you. We've got the green woman. So either you or somebody around you hasn't been well. There's some sort of addictions going on. The lady in the forest, but this is about addictions. Now, whether this is right now or in the past, or somebody around you who's been in the past with you, you'll be also being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning. It's you. Okay. So, Eliza, you being woke up between 3 and 5 in the morning. There's something blocking you from moving forward. We've got the thief, which means there's something blocking you from moving forward. You are strong. You're a strong person, a strong woman. You have been through a lot. You have come out the other side of it. But things are blocking you from moving forward. We've got the pan, which is to do with inner child as well. So the little person inside of you is the one that's struggling. We all have little persons inside of us. And that little one between 4 and 5, yes, definitely. The spirit are trying to get your attention, Eliza. They're trying to get your attention. We've got the song, which is about telling your story. So this one is different than changing your story. This one is about telling your story. So there's something about your story that needs to be told or needs to be wrote. So if you've been thinking about writing your story, if you've been thinking about that, then Spirit are giving you confirmation. Your story needs to either be wrote so that it can come back to you, so you can begin to make sense of it, or you're thinking of writing a book, or just writing a journal of your story so that you can make that connection. It's to do with the fairy of youth. So it's to do with your childhood or the younger part of your life. The paradox is, now, although this looks like a really horrible card, it's not. A paradox means just two contradictory things. It can be in the one thing. Helping others to heal their inner child was what I was getting. Okay. And have you healed your inner child, Eliza? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Have you healed yours? Because unless we heal our own inner children, then we really can't help others until we've done that work ourselves. The paradox is, there was a time in your life when you felt confident, you felt like you could take the world on, and something happened and blocked you from doing that. You had dreams, but something's blocking you from going for them. Something's keeping you awake at night time. So there's some stuff for you to work through. So there's some stuff that you have. You are a messenger. You have a gift. You are a messenger. And there is so much trauma. Yes, there is trauma. That's why you work through it. You can't work through it on your own. Inner child work cannot be done on its own. And you need somebody who knows what they're doing, who specializes. That's the sad thing about people doing inner child work. Your connection with money is off. Okay. So that's partly inner child work as well. So the sad thing about people just doing, they do workshops or they do something within a child work. If you've got abuse situations and you've got a lot of trauma in your life, it brings up that trauma. So you need a specialized person to help you make them connections. So as children, and if we've had trauma, we disconnect our head from our heart. And you can't put that back together yourself. You need somebody to guide you and to help you heal so that you can connect that head and heart together and make sense out of it. Why? I left for a minute then, but I don't know why I'm telling you. I'm telling you there is hope. I'm telling you there is hope. The child is connected. So I do something called Meet Your Money Honey. And what we do is similar to inner child work, where you go and you look at all the different connections that you've had with money, all the messages that you've had from childhood all the way up, from society, from family, from relationships, from everything. And then all them things become your money monsters. And what happens then is we dump the money monster, do some healing on it, get rid of the money monster, and then we go back in and we find your money honey. And then you have a different way of working with money and a different relationship with money. So Eliza, if I told you how you are with your money is exactly how you are in your relationships. So love and money are exactly the same thing. So if you're somebody who hoards all your money and doesn't want to share it or give anything, then you're somebody who does that in relationships and you don't want to give. Or if you're somebody who spends and spends and spends, you do the same in your relationships. You give and you give and you give and you give, but you don't get anything back. You heal one and then you heal the other. They both go together. You heal one, you heal the other. And it's the same within a child work. You will keep returning. You'll keep returning to that same point over and over again. And that's what keeps you stuck. You are a brave woman, a strong woman. You've been through a lot. You just need a little bit of help on how to get past that and how to do the healing so that you can move forward and speak your truth. And you can do that, but we can't do it on our own. We're not meant to do it on our own. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for working with me, or else we're going to turn into a therapy session, aren't we? So AM is next. Okay. So AM is next, AM. Okay. So what does the AM stand for? Is it just AM? Not going to tell me. Okay, let's do this. Let's find a lovely spray for you. Divine Presence. That's what you've got. AM. You've got Divine Presence. And it does smell divine. So for divine, for AMs, I'm going to call you AM, aren't I? I don't want to say AM. So for AMs, highest good, Andrew. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful name. I love that. I really love that. What a beautiful name. Andrew. Can I call you Andrew? I'm probably not saying it right, am I? But I do love it. So, oh, loads fell out. Did you see that? That doesn't usually happen. We're going to use the ones that fell out. Let's see where we're going. Lady of Faith. Andrew. Lady of Faith. Okay. Are you a lady of faith? You are a lady of magic, the lady of the unicorn. So yes, you have faith, but you also have magic. You're the queen of hearth and home. And you have a question. So there's a question that you want answered. You don't need to tell us your question. You just need to know what your question is. Spirit will answer this question for you. The big behind is not our bottoms, okay? The big behind, this is the answer to your question. The big behind is about, sorry, I just saw a face behind me in the curtains. I've seen a different face now, not, you know, in the window behind me. And it's spirit coming through the window. So I don't know if anybody else can see it, but just here, this side of me, in the window, I'm seeing flashes of different faces coming up. So if somebody wants to get a screenshot of that, we can have a little look afterwards and see. Look at that. That's a huge one. Can anybody else see that? Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for coming in like that. That's amazing. Okay. The big behind. Sorry. I'm back to you now. I got distracted then. The big behind is about glancing over your shoulder and seeing, and I glanced over my shoulder, didn't I? And seeing some patterns that block you from moving forward. Some patterns in your life that you want to look at and you think, no, I don't want to do that again. I need to change this. I need to change that. It means you don't have to do a whole load of therapy, but you do have some patterns to look at. There's a positive result if you do that. Have a look and see the patterns that have come into your life and how you can change them. We've got the Elven Nye coming in. So, Excuse me. I just need to have a drink. Wow, there's a really big thing in the window. It's really quite a big face. So please let me know if anybody else can see that and I'm not imagining things. Right, the elven knight could be your partner if you have a partner, or if the question was, are you going to have a partner, then the answer is yes. If you do the work that you need to do and you look at some patterns in relationships, then you will attract the right partner to you. Or if you have a partner, then there's some work for you to do to change some of them patterns to help with that relationship. There's some control happening. There's some control happening with that. And that's what you need to look at. So we've got the leaving, which may have to do with a breakup or somebody leaving that needs to be looked at because there's a fear with you about that in relationships. Recognition for your work. Okay. Thank you for that. There's some, let's go back to this then. Still, the big behind, that's looking at patterns. So if we're looking at work, you're looking at patterns in work that's happened to you before. It's not the first time that your work wasn't recognized or you didn't get recognition for it. There will be a positive result. This is to do with partnerships. This is to do with partnerships, and this can be partnerships in work, the same as it can be partnerships in romance. Somebody you're working with, somebody in work who you've been working with, somebody in work who's got control issues, and you're thinking of leaving because you're not being recognized. The temptation is, it keeps you awake at night time. I'm going to have to get some more cards. Let's ask the question. What is the answer to it? Is you feeling grief? You're feeling quite sad because you're not getting the recognition that you need from work. But there will be a blessing. So there will be a blessing. Maybe it's something that you have to maybe stand up for. Maybe it's something that you have to say that you need to get recognized for it. You're exhausted. You're doing too much. You're doing a lot. One more. That's just okay. You're a fixer. We've got the fixer. We've got the fixer. What do you need to fix? Shadow of the past. This is not the first time this has happened. It's happened to you before in another situation, and it's touching into something in another situation that needs looking at. It's a pattern of the past that needs looking at. Okay. You are a messenger. You have a message to bring. And only you can get that message out. But you need to be able to speak up about it. Are you somebody who stands back? Or are you somebody who pushes yourself forward and says, I want this recognition? You need to push yourself forward. and say you want that recognition. I'm going to leave it there with you. Thank you for working with me. You're very outspoken. Okay. Sorry, Stacey, I didn't see that last one. Can you just repeat it for me, please? I haven't got my phone. So who's next? Thank you, Anju. Christine. So Christine Marius. Christine? You're here. I see you. Shine in your light, Christine. We've got the Star Fairy. You're there. You're shining your light. That fell out. So you're shining your light. Let's see where we're going with this. Christine's high is good. I didn't do your spray. Let's do your spray first. Christ energy. Let's have some Christ energy. How lovely. Okay. Shining your light. Somebody around you who's not been well. You've got the green man. So somebody around you who's not been well. Oh. And it's caused you a little bit of trauma. That's a card for PTSD. They've got some trauma. So somebody around you, a gentleman around you who hasn't been well, who's struggling with some trauma, some mental health issues. And you've been really worried about them. There's joy for their future. That's what Spirit are saying, that you are here. I see you, Christine. I'm doing your reading. Okay. And you're worried. You're really worried for them at this moment. Christina, Spirit are saying there is joy for the future. He's got a negative energy on his third eye. That's what's happened. So there's a negative energy around. Have a little faith. Have a little faith. You are the lady of magic, the lady of unicorns. It feels negative in your home at the moment. Christina, you need to sage your home. Don't know if you know about this, but you need to sage your home. Open all the windows and doors, get some sage, go into every corner of the room. And if there's any negative energy there, to get rid of it. And then you need to get 4 pieces of tourmaline, 5 actually, and you put 1 in the corners of each of your house and 1 on the ceiling. You can blue tack it to the ceiling, which builds a pyramid around your home and stops any negative energy from getting in. It's a protection thing. So there's been some negative energy that's been causing issues. And that's what you need to do. We've got ADHD. The fun has gone out of it. The fun has gone out of it. That's what I'm getting. You need to, Queen of Laughter, you need to get more fun into your life. So you've had your challenges and he's had his challenges. You've both had challenges. And you're like, oh no, I can't do that anymore. But you, Christina, can. You can take control of that. Please do that, because it does make a really big difference. It really does make a really big difference. This has been going on for a long time. something waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning. And it's causing depression. It's causing depression in the house. Start to bless where you live. Start to bless your house. Clear the negative energy out of it and bring in the love. Bring in that energy. Start to work with bringing in that energy into your home. That will make a big difference. The Sorcerer is about things are not going to change unless you change them. You have the power to do that. Lady of Leprechauns is about doing what you love doing, Christine. Are you doing what you love doing? Is you waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning? So it's spirit waking you up because they want you to do what you love doing. What do you love doing? What is your favorite thing to do? They want you to start enjoying your life. We've got the Fairy of Naughtiness. I don't think this is you, but I think there's somebody around you who is putting bad or having bad negative energy towards you. That's what I feel is happening. And Spirit are trying to help you with that. You're exhausted a lot of the time. You're absolutely exhausted. And this is the thief that's blocking you from moving forward. But Christine, you're really strong. You're a strong woman. And you're going to come out the other side of this. But you need to keep yourself protected and keep yourself and your home safe. It's making you feel unwell. So if there's somebody in your life who you're feeling like maybe a little bit jealous of you, maybe not got good feelings towards you, and you feel like they're sending you negative energy, then you need to flower arranging. Then you need to do your flower arranging and art and your creativity. And that's what Spirit you say you need to do. You need to do what you love doing and get paid really well for it. Don't do it for nothing. Get paid for it. That's what Spirit are saying, Christine. The temptation is to stay up half the night doing it. We've got the Queen of the Golden Bow with you as well, which is coming into the new ascension, the new golden energy. So Christine, maybe your flower arranging, maybe your art is part of bringing us into ascension and bringing us into this new energy. And maybe that's what you need to concentrate on now. And that's what Spirit are trying to step forward with for you. I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you for working with me. Now, who have we got next? Thank you, Christine. Can anybody else see the faces in the curtains or in the window? They keep changing. Or is it just me? I'll move it over a little bit. I can't even. Wow. That looks like a really strong one to me. I'm wondering, can anybody else see it? Prussia. Prussia? How do you pronounce that? Thank you, Christine. Just wait for Prussia to get on. Let's get a spray for Prussia. Let's see what we have. Archangel Haniel. Prashi. Is that it right? Prashi? We've got Archangel Haniel for you. Spray you, spray me, spray the cards. How beautiful is this? So, Archangel Haniel, for Prushia's highest good. If you give us something to look at, please give her the solution. Prussia. Okay, I hope I'm not saying it wrong. But for your highest good, we've got Archangel Haniel. We've shuffled the cards and let's see where we're going with it. Fairy of Youth. Okay. Speaker of Truth. Prince of Shadows. Same theme. Pressure. Fairy of Youth. There's some stuff that's coming up for you that you need to look at. You need to speak your truth about it. You need to speak your truth. It's a shadow of the past, the Prince of Shadows. It's a shadow of a past that's come up for you to look at. It's inner child work. You have a gift. We've got the gift. You have a gift. You are a magician, which means you will succeed at whatever you put your mind to, whatever it is. You're looking for a new job. Okay. So you need to look at some things from your past that's coming up for you. So maybe being laid off has triggered some stuff for you that needs healing so that you can be more confident to move on and look for a new job. We've got the Green Man. So somebody in your life who maybe wasn't right for you. Somebody who had, let me stay with it for a minute. Somebody who wasn't well. And you need to be able to move forward. So something's coming up for you. It's a shadow of the past. It's to do with somebody in your life, maybe not present now, but somebody in your past life that caused you some issues because they weren't well. There's a positive result to you doing this work. There's a positive result. This person was controlling. And maybe it's to do with work. And maybe somebody controlling in work was the problem. And what Spirit is saying, I know it doesn't feel good, but maybe it's a positive thing that you've been laid off. Maybe not sick in a physical way. Your last job, yeah. Maybe not sick in a physical way, but in a controlling way. And I feel like it's something to do with your job, with your last job. And one of the reasons that the leaving happened. So you've just been stressed now. Okay. And so now, somebody on the autistic spectrum we've got with you as well. Now, whether that's you or somebody around you who you've kind of thought, oh, I think they might be neurodiverse. It wouldn't do any harm to have a little look at it. It's brought up a shadow of the past for you. You need to have some fun and some laughter in your life. You are stressed. You've had lots of challenges. It's a challenge for you. And you're like, oh no, what am I going to do now? So you're worrying about everything. And this has been going on for a while now. You've been woke up between 3 and 5 as well. So something's been going on for you. We're going to get some more for you. And something has sucked the joy. We've got the Lady of Joy. Something has sucked the joy from you. We've got inner child work again, the Pan, which is about inner child work. It's a shadow of the past, because this is not the first time this has happened to you before. Many challenges. So let's ask Spirit for the answer. So please, Spirit, can you give us a solution? What is the solution? a time in your life when you felt strong, you felt confident, you felt like you could conquer the world. Other people are not going to change, but you can help you change. You need to change. They won't change. You need to change. You will keep returning to this point. So you might as well do whatever's coming up for you now. Do the work so that you can move forward. You are a messenger. You have got a message to bring to the world. And the message that you have, only you have. And you have to bring that message. So to do this work, to find out what your message is, and to do this work, then you need to do some changing. You need to do it. I hope that makes sense for you. Just get one more. So Spirit, what is the solution? How can Patria, what is the right step? Step into your life and be the queen of the day. Put on your crown. See who you truly are and show the world who you are. We teach people how to be with us. You need to teach people to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, like a queen that you are. The big behind, that's about looking at some patterns and changing some of your patterns and moving forward. I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you for working with me. Okay, guys, so we've come to 5 o'clock. That's come around quickly. Thank you for working with me. It's been a real pleasure. I still see the windows, even though it's gone dark, I can still see the face in the windows. Let me know, anybody, if you can see that too. And I'm going to leave it there with you. So thank you, Stacey, for getting the names for me. And I'll let you sign off, and I'll see you later.